Today I'm going to show you guys how to pull phone numbers right from our Remax tools, and it's completely free, so we don't have to pay for anything additional. First thing we're going to need to do is go ahead and make sure we're in Max Center. And then for Max Center on the left hand side, we need to make sure that we're under Apps and Tools. Yours is going to look different. You're going to have some different apps and the layout is going to be different than mine, but you're looking for the advertising, social, and print. It's this little target right here. That is Megaphone. Once you click that, it is going to load Megaphone for you. Once you get this up, you definitely want to go ahead after this video to come in here and click all around in Megaphone. If you haven't been in here before, there's tons of free marketing material you can use, content you can make. It's actually a really cool app that a lot of our agents don't use. So I definitely recommend go in there, play around with it. But for today, at the top, we're just going to go ahead and click on Content. And then we're going to click Create New right here under Printable Content. So I can completely understand why most of us didn't know that was there, because who would have thought I could find phone numbers in this part of Megaphone? But when you start playing around and clicking around, you can, funny enough, find a lot of stuff. Remax has tons of tools that we're not taking advantage of. So that's why I'm going to do these little videos to help you guys kind of find those cool little tools that'll help you out for free. It does take Megaphone about a minute or so to load, so don't feel like it's just your Megaphone or it's broken or something. It just takes a moment. Once you load up, you can kind of see some previews of the marketing material you can play with and customize. There's all different things, drip campaigns in here, things like that. But we also have Booge that has a whole nother list of fun things we can use. Nonetheless, I'm not going to overwhelm you in this video. We're going to stick to just right at the top. We're going to hit Leads and Contacts. And then I am doing it by radius. You may want to do it by street or however you want, the polygon search, however you want. I'm just going to show you through radius. I am not the expert in this, so I've only been playing in here for a couple days. Just a fair warning, so this is how I'm doing it. Once you click on radius, you're going to have to select an address to feed off of. So this typically would be, or what you would be using, is your farming area. So you might want to pick an address within your farming route, and I'm just going to pick an address that I know by heart, so I'm not trying to figure it out as I go. And you do need to put in the city, state, and zip code, or it will not load. It gives you errors for some reason. Then you got to choose, how do you want the radius? Do you want it by drive time? Do you want it by distance? I'm just going to do it by the nearest. Let's just say, I don't even know. I'm going to say 750. Yeah, 750 is good. Now, it may not pull my full farm area depending on how the radius looks, but that's why we're going to do add radius. And we're going to take a little look here. You can always widen that range, but I have learned if I put like 3,000, it's too many and the system just won't load. So I know that this is covering a majority of my subdivision that I farm. The closest neighbors is right in here. So I may need to cross-reference if maybe I mailed out a letter a few weeks ago and I'm going to follow up with a text, preferably a video text of myself, so they can put a name with the face and see I'm a real person and not just, you know, another postcard in the mail. I may need to make sure if I didn't send any letters out here that, you know, maybe I don't want to text them, or maybe I don't care, because in the message I can just say, I hope you got my letter, you know, 2 weeks ago. If not, here's my information. Would love to follow up with you if you have questions about selling, you know, your home, or, you know, if you're farming renters, maybe that's what you're looking for. Whatever you're doing, just make it, you know, so it works for you. But I have my radius set up. I'm going to hit next. I'm not really sure if they pull this from like the census. I don't know, the income. I don't touch any of that. The only thing I click is phone numbers. So I did put 750. It is not going to pull all 750. It is only going to pull, because I'm going to tell it, to only include records with phone numbers, which is about 155. Some people are not listed. They're just not up there. So that is what it is. I mean, if you're an unlisted person, that's just how it's going to be. I always hit that little update there. I don't know if it really does anything. I just do and see what, I don't know. It's just what I've been doing. I don't know if we really have to hit that or not. And then hit next. And Megaphone's going to take another minute to kind of think about it. Here we do need to name our project. So I'm going to say Keygate Test, if I could spell today. And then we need to hit complete. It's going to give you another warning that we have about a 2-minute wait, that we can go hang out and do stuff within Megaphone if we want. But in this case, I've already done it a couple times just to test it out to see what it actually pulls. That way we're not waiting the 2 minutes. But if you did need to get back to that page and you're in here, we're gonna either click the easiest way. You can click right here, but I always just go the same way, the leads way, and then you can just click on my contacts. And it's gonna pull up those lists that I've made. So I've done it a couple times to kind of play around. Then to actually get the phone numbers, we can see 0 failed, 750 passed, but not all of those are going to have phone numbers. Just the ones that do are going to be up here at the top. And then I believe when you export or print the list, how I was seeing them is all the bottom half doesn't have any phone numbers. So now I can see if I wanted to call Heather, this is her phone number. Now, maybe some of these might be outdated, maybe they're not. I'm not really sure. I would love to get some of your guys' feedback on if you're using this, how updated the phone numbers are. I was actually trying to look for my phone number earlier today, and I haven't been able to find myself, so I think I'm unlisted, but I may be on there, who knows. It's just a really cool tool, and it's completely free. It takes only a few minutes. So I think it's a great option. And I think if you did do a video text message to people, it could be a stock one. It's super easy to do. And how cool. People have your information right there. And, you know, I'd be curious. I'm like, man, if they could figure out my phone number, they got to know what they're doing somewhere behind the scenes.